Up, what is good, YouTube? Sports card consultant here with another piece of content to give you some good sports card investment tips as we head into the NBA season. Today I'm going to show you the top 5 players that went up in the past 7 days. But before we get into that, I want to remind you of the Sports Card Society, where almost every day as a member I send you a special video outlining a specific sports card investment that my team and I have researched, and it comes out as quickly as possible. For instance, one guy that I recommended was a few weeks ago. I was recommending Darius Baisley. Here's his silver. You can see it was going for $450 on November 26th. The most recent sale of it, several best offers accepted, but here's one for $550. These ones very well probably went for more than $550. A few weeks ago, about a month ago now, I recommended John Morant. He's going for about $1240. About a month ago when I recommended him, he was going for about $660. So a lot of good profits to be made. Plus, as a member of the Sports Card Society, we give you a resource that allows you to for just $25 get 20-day PSA grading. Whereas if you go on the PSA website right now, you'll see that the best you can get is 25-day grading, and that costs $50. So a lot of good reasons to be in the Sports Card Society. Link in the description. Website is SportsCardSociety.com. And please give this video a like. I so appreciate that. I pump out this content as much as I can, and it makes me feel all good and warm inside to see some likes. Let's see how quickly we can get this to 25 likes today. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. Lots of good content coming out almost every day. You want to get notified of it as soon as possible because the early bird gets the worm. All right, let's go into it. All right, today I'm in the Market Movers tool. This is a very powerful tool that I use to visualize and organize and see data. In today's sports card trading market, you need to be able to have every edge, and I find this tool to give me a very big edge because it allows me to see what's going on very quickly and with the click of just a few buttons. For instance, here I'm able to pull up the last 7 days in the basketball market, and it's going to show me the top 5. Maybe I'll give you a few bonus because it's showing me more than 5, but I was just going to show you the top 5. Maybe I'll show you a few more. Anyways, I'll put a link to the Market Movers tool in the description also. Use code SOCIETY and you'll get 20% off. All right, let's see here. The number 1 guy, Talen Horton Tucker. Do you even know who that is? If you pay attention to basketball, you probably know who that is now because he had a really good preseason game, and that's what made his cards go up like crazy. I want you to see this and remember this. A lot of people, one of the most common questions I'm getting is, hey, should I sell off before the basketball season actually starts, or should I hold through it? And I want to remind you with Talen Horton Tucker that this is a reactionary market. So when a guy comes in and he has an exciting game, Talen Horton Tucker had a pretty good game. He was a guy that no one knew of. He was very little known, and all of a sudden he had a good preseason game. How much do you think this guy's actually going to get on the court during the real games? Not much. But in preseason, he had a really good game. So here we are. His cards shot up. He has 3 cards listed here in the Market Movers tool because I don't think, he doesn't even have a Prism. That's how low drafted of a guy this was. Prism didn't even make a card of him last year. Look, 270% overall amongst these 3 cards. So his Select Concourse Silver Raw went up 80% in the past 7 days. His Optic Hollow Raw went up 300% in the last 7 days. And his Select Concourse Raw went up almost 500% in the last 7 days. $2, $13, 16 to 150, 6.5 to 30. I mean, by the way, that's crazy to me. I actually feel like this would actually still be a good buy because there are way less. There are less in existence. I mean, I know it's raw, so there's no pop count, no population report on this because none of them are graded. But I just know because of print runs that because Select is only a hobby box, it's the only way you can get Select. You can't buy it in Walmart or Target or anything like that. Optic, you can. You can buy in Walmart and Target and all that stuff. Plus hobby boxes where you buy it directly from Panini. So they make way more optic cards than they do select cards, period. So Concourse Silver, I know for a fact there are way less of these cards in existence than there are these cards of this guy. So it's absurd that this is going for 150 and this is going for 30. They should be going for at least the same, if not the select should be going more from the optic. So this also goes to show me what the market, the level of education the market has. And that's a good thing. If you know more than most of the market, you can realize if you believe in Taylor Horton Tucker, which I don't, I'm not going to be buying. I think this is a perfect example of reactionary market and hype. Taylor Horton Tucker, I would, if I did believe in him, I would buy the shite out of these cards over these cards. Because holy crap, that's ridiculous. But I'm surprised this is only 30, as funny as that sounds. All right, on to the next. Number 2 is Mr. Michael Jordan. Who is that? Do you know who that is? I've never heard of this guy before. Apparently he has 61 cards. I don't think he, of course I know who Michael Jordan is. In case you were somehow having a gasp or your jaw dropped, of course I know who Michael Jordan is. I mean, are you kidding? It was a joke. If you don't understand jokes, God bless you. All right. Michael Jordan. So his cards shot up 30% overall. The top one looks like it was, of course, his 1986 Fleer base. Here's another beautiful thing I love about the Market Movers tool. These little buttons down here. For this one, I can add a price alert. Like if I want to buy this card, I'll just go, hey, tell me when the card drops below a certain number. And it'll alert me when that happens. And the reason I would want to know that is because I'd want to buy it. And if I want to sell it, I'd say, hey, let me know when the card goes above this certain number. And Market Movers will alert me, and I'll be like, hey, time to sell. And then these other 4, I can add this to my collection, which is a great way to organize your cards and see how they're actually doing. See how this is organized? Imagine loading all your cards into this software tool, and they keep track of it like this. The number of sales, the average sales, number of sales, minimum sale, max sale, average sale, percent it's gone up in the past 7, 60, 90, 14, 30 days, your own collection. So it just keeps track of all of it for you. So you can look at your collection anytime you want and say, hey, you know, maybe I want to sell this card. Looks like I've gained that much, because when you load it up, you can say how much you paid for it, and it'll tell you how much it's going for, and it'll keep track of that in real time. Just add it to favorites, period. Just keep track of this card that you don't have. You just click this. It'll take you to eBay and show you a bunch of them that are for sale. See, I'll click it. It just brings up a bunch of this Michael Jordan card for me. Look, this is the card I'm talking about, obviously. Oh, God, I want that card. I don't got the Skrilla for that, though. And then this one, I can just chart it. Click it, and I'll pull up the actual Market Movers tool for it. Well, I had to log in quick, so. But here it is. I'll just pull it on up. Well, not probably because I had to log in. Let's click it again. Here we go. I'll just pull up Michael Jordan, 1986 Fleer base BGS 9.5. I didn't even realize that. That's what I was looking at, was the BGS 9.5. Okay. Look at, so it tells you what's done in the past 30 days. I could select any time frame I want, but that's fine. But look, so it went from 41 grand. Apparently there was a sale of 80 grand. So yeah, wish I owned some of these. Wish I owned a lot of them, but I don't. And here's the raw of his 88. Isn't that interesting? Would you ever, because 86 is obviously the rookie card, but would you ever think to even look at his 1988 Fleer card 2 years after that rookie card? I wouldn't have. But here Market Movers is giving me, that card went up. So now that's interesting. Went from 10 to 95. Let's look at that quick. By the way, link for this in the description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month or year, whichever subscription you choose of this very powerful sports card investing tool. So overall, this card goes up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. This isn't a card that I think I would necessarily want to buy. Maybe. I mean, maybe if it dips down here, $30, because I know eventually someone's going to buy it for 100. Geez, okay. So that's not a card I'd probably go, because you see the dotted line there? It also shows you which way the card goes. Let's look at it maybe a little bit longer in depth. Let's go back to March, right before all this madness, or this goodness, I should say, really spiked up. Overall, it's an up and down card with the dotted line showing it's slightly trending down over time. So again, not a card I'd be interested in investing in. See what I mean? See how quickly it is to just figure that out? Like, I'm done with that card. 87 Fleer base. Boy, his Fleer alternative years are just shooting up. Topps Finest. Let's look at that one quick. Well, 93. God, that's such a junk wax era card, but it's Michael Jordan. Let's look. Overall down over the past 3 months. Not a card I'd be looking to buy. I could dive deeper into it. Upper deck. So Michael Jordan going up. Shocker, right? Third card, DeAndre Hunter. He's got 8 cards in here. Went up a total of 26% on average over those 8 cards over the last 7 days. So let's look at what cards they are. His Prism Silver, of course, being at the top. Went up a Hondo in the PSA 9, by the way. Pull this sucker up. And looks like it was trending down, 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 down. And finally the market said, this is crazy. Why is DeAndre Hunter $35? Boom, boom, boom. Looks like it's holding pretty steady up there too. Now, based on the history of this card, what I'd want to do, I want to see what its all-time high is. This might be a card I'd buy for a short-term flip. So let's go back to the beginning of the goodness. By the way, this is the kind of research my team and I do all the time for our Sports Card Society members. So if you want to benefit from us just doing all of this and you just get handed a card to buy, join the society, SportsCardSociety.com. Link is in the description. It's only $9.99 a month. Cancel any time. Hell, if you don't like it, we'll just refund you anyways. So it doesn't look like there was ever a crazy high. What's the date on that super duper weird spike? October. That's a weird time for that card to spike like that. Yeah, I'm not too interested in this card. I would have been interested in it back here at 35 because that's obviously the low on this whole chart. It's just what I mean by being able to see all this on the market move, so you can see what's going on with it. You can see what the market does. And overall, this card stays pretty flat. Kind of comes back to this baseline of about 55 bucks. So you find it down here at 35, that's a good buy because eventually someone's going to buy it at 70. Looks like where it kind of peaks out. It looks like it oscillates. Yes, I have a bit of a vocabulary. Oscillate. Looks like it oscillates between about 40 and 70 bucks. That's what I would say. So that's a card to keep track of. If it gets down to 40 bucks, you know it's going to go up probably and buy it. Although in regular season, you never know what's going to happen. DeAndre Hunter has a good night. Boom, his cards will bust through this ceiling and go over 100 bucks. So you got to pay attention. You got to keep your finger on the pulse, know what's going on in the game, boy. Prism Silver. Now it tells you the number of sales too. This is so relevant. Over the last 7 days, there's been 19 sales of this one. Only 7 of that one. 19 sales of this. Let's check this one out quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Overall trending up. You can see the dotted line indicating so. 25 bucks. And the latest sale, 45 bucks. Now this is one I could be interested in because it overall trends up. Trends up. Overall trends up. I would have been really interested in it back here mid-November. Most of my big time heavy card buying was back around here, mid to late October. I don't know why the hell that, anyways, mid to late October. And here's what the card looks like. Doesn't make any sense that it went up that high at that point, but whatever. I don't care about that because I look at the overall trend and you can see what's going on there. That's interesting. If that card drops down to 30 bucks, I'll be a player. All right. On to the next one. Bol Bol. Now, if you didn't know, Bol Bol is actually eligible to be Rookie of the Year. I'm not saying anyone's voted for him. I'm just saying he is eligible to win that honor if he does good enough. And I'm not the only one that knows it. I still actually think his cards could be a pretty good buy. This is Optic Hyper Pink Raw. Only 4 sales. I don't want to look at it. Here we go. Prism, base, PSA 10. That's where all the giblets are at. Click it. What are giblets? Never mind, don't answer. Or comment below if you have something funny to say. So last week, about 10 days ago, this was going for 85 bucks. Damn. Now, 200, 189, 200. So that went up. That's a legit gone up card. Now, Bol Bol, no stranger to hype. I mean, remember the scrimmage game? Shot his cards up through hell in like July, August. Let's see, where was it? Okay. There it is. This is when the scrimmage game happened. He went from obscurity, and not obscurity, because people knew who he was, 42 bucks to boom, 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 boom. People went nuts. 415 bucks. I mean, it's crazy. Come on, people. Who paid that? Come on. Must have been his dad. Must have been Manute Bol himself. All right, and then of course it sunk back down to reality, hanging out here around 100 bucks, around 100 bucks, around 100 bucks, around 100 bucks. Dipped down a bit. And then, oh, Bol Bol can win Rookie of the Year. Oh, Bol Bol might actually get to play. Holy shikey. 200 bucks. Now I'm not buying at 200 bucks, but back around here, good time to buy. Good time to buy. And Bol Bol, although I do believe in the talent, I really do. So if that card dips down, let's see what he does. If the card dips down, I might be interested. Optic Purple Raw, only 3 sales. I'm not interested in looking. Let's look at that Optic Hollow. Because the Optic Hollow is the comparable one to the Prism Silver. And it should roughly be, really in my opinion, the Optic Hollow should be about the same. Oh, this is raw. That's why. Okay. Yeah, because the Prism was graded, right? Oh, that was the Prism. That wasn't even so. That was regular Prism. What am I talking about? But overall, trending up. So it's trending up, trending up, trending up, trending up. 42. So if I saw that card go down to 30 bucks, I'd be a player. I'd buy it. Here's what it looks like in case you want to know. Bada bing, bada boom. Bol Bol. Let's see. What is his Prism Silver? There it is. Going for, let's see, Optic. Going for Optic Hollow going for 46 bucks, and his Silver going for 150. Listen, if his Silver is going for 150, his Hollow should be going for more than that. Not more than 150, but it should be going for more than this. It should be going for at least 100 bucks. So actually, this seems like a good buy to me. That seems like good, although I think this will come down, both of them, all of it, because the regular season starts on the 22nd. I don't know how much he'll do in the preseason. Maybe he'll do some more cool stuff. Maybe it's a good time to buy him. I might recommend buying him on like StarStock or probably on StarStock. If you haven't used StarStock before, what that is that's a marketplace like eBay, like you buy and sell cards, but you don't get the cards delivered to you unless you want to, but you don't really want to. That's not the purpose of that marketplace. You buy them. Like I can go buy this Bol Bol Optic Hollow card and buy it, and I'll own it immediately on the site. But it's a real card that I could have shipped to me. I just got to pay for the shipping. But again, that's not the point of the marketplace. I buy it for say I buy it for 45 bucks, and then what I do is right after I buy it, I go into my account where my Bol Bol Optic Hollow card is, and I say, hey, for sale, 60 bucks, 80 bucks. So you can just flip like that without having to do any of the shipping, paying for shipping, or waiting for shipping. So you can actually make these transactions. Like if I know Bol Bol is all of a sudden starting on a regular season game, I'll be like, whoa, and I'll buy these Bol Bol cards, and then when he comes in and plays, if he does anything decent, I know that they'll go up because hype will happen. And I'll be able to flip that card from maybe double, triple in a matter of a couple hours. In fact, a buddy of mine, last year right before the Bol Bol scrimmage game, he saw that Bol Bol was going to start in that game. He went on StarStock. He bought like 10 of his Prism rookies for, 50 cents. And then by halftime, he sold them all for like $8. So he made like a 16x return on his money. That's crazy. You can be able to do that in the same day like that. Anyways, I'll put a link in the description too for StarStock that you can get $10 free with your first $10 deposit. Okay, use code SportsCardConsultant. I'll put it in the description. Anyways, Bol Bol. So he was our fourth, and our fifth is Darius Garland, 22.5% overall. His Prism Silver Raw. Let's find one with maybe some, how many cards? 13. Let's see which one had the most transactions. Yeah, it's going to be his Prism Base PSA 10. Let's take a gander. Now, Darius Garland is someone that I have actually been buying, so I'm very glad to see this. I was recommending him back in October, and we were getting him for around $60. And right now, it looks like he's going for $80. So I'm happy with that return, but I think he's got higher to go. I think I'll be looking to sell him. You know, I have several, so I'll probably be looking to sell around 120, which I think can happen within. He has one good game. You know, it can shoot up to well over that, because I want you to remember, this market is a very reactionary market. A player's cards can quadruple overnight during one game. Okay? That's all I got to say. Remember that if you're looking into flipping. If not, look into more older cards or more established players. And I do a mix of both. I buy established players and I buy flipping candidates, less established players. But I have a lot of Trae Young. I wouldn't call him established, but I feel pretty confident with what I've got there, and I do believe he's going to be the most entertaining, most watched player in the NBA this year, because he's fun to watch. You know, he hits those threes from the logo regularly. He makes crazy passes for assists, and he's just a lot of fun to watch. Darius Garland, I think he'll do well this year. I think that he'll make, because he's just a rookie last year. This is only 645 of these cards in existence. He's trending up. I like it. I like Darius Garland as a buy, his Prism. Let's see what other cards we had here. So his Prism's going for about 80. His Prism Orange Ice Raw, what do we got? Graded. Oh, his Prism Silver BGS 9.5. That seems like a pretty good buy to me. If his Prism PSA 10 is going for 80 and it's silver, that's a pretty good buy to me. So you heard it here first. Go take a look at those. And look, I can just go right on eBay. Say, hey, wait a minute. Let me see what they got here. 170. That's a bid. Let's see what the buy it nows are. It's only 9 results. 230, 220. So no one's really selling for that low. 170. Although 170 doesn't seem that crazy to me, based on what his Prism PSA 10 is doing. I wonder what his Prism Silver PSA 10 is doing. It's got to be on here, right? His PSA 9 somehow went down. That really surprises me. That could be a really good buy there. Whew, is Red Ice Raw going for $25? Is Red Ice PSA 10 going for... That's a good buy, because this is more... The Red Ice, that's more rare than the silver. Let's see what they got here. Is it really going for 125? Let's see. 199, there's only one up there. Very low pop card. How many are there? Let's pull up the chart and see how many even exist. Man, oh man, oh man. It's only 14 in existence currently. Hollow. Also, god dang, that seems like a good buy too. Is that right? Is that really what it's going for? Buyitnow.com. 190. Come on, let me make you an offer. 175. Not too bad, but be on the lookout. All right, that's what I got for you today. Give this video a like. I appreciate it. It warms my heart. Subscribe if you haven't. Lots of good content coming out. You want to get notified. And join the society. Get a special video made just for you almost every day, outlining a specific good sports card investment pick that me and my team have done tons of research like this to figure out this looks like a good buy. And of course, you like this Market Movers tool. The link for this in the description too. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off. Again, the Sports Card Society is SportsCardSociety.com. Link is in the description. If you want that $10 free on StarStock, that is in the description also. All right, stay classy. Happy NBA season. Happy holidays. You're awesome.